Good morning. I'm Dr. Ann Lee Birch, Vice Dean for the Arizona School of Health Sciences. Singing our national anthem this morning is Ms. Mackenzie Mortensen, Master's Student in Occupational Therapy. Please stand.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' proud glow, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
It is my honor this morning to introduce the stage party. Starting on my left, Dr. Randy Danielson, Dean and Grand Marshal of the Arizona School of Health Sciences. Brigadier General Carrie Muhlenbeck, this morning's commencement speaker. Dr. Ken Pavlik, Assistant Dean, Arizona School of Health Sciences. Ms. Cynthia Wheeler, Occupational Therapy Class of 1998 and Alumni Association Representative. Dr. James Ferris, Associate Professor and Chair for Physical Therapy. Dr. Bert Simon, Professor and Chair of Physician Assistant Studies. Dr. Emily Schultz, Associate Professor of Occupational Therapy and Faculty Marshal. On my right, Dr. Craig Phelps, President of A.T. Still University. Dr. Lisette Dottavio, member of the A.T. Still University Board of Trustees. Dr. Norman Gevitz, Senior Vice President for Academic Affairs for A.T. Still University. Dr. Bernadette Minio, Professor, Director, and Marshal for Occupational Therapy. Mr. James Burkett, Associate Professor, Director, and Marshal for Advanced Physician Assistant Studies. Dr. Tabitha Parent-Buck, Professor, Chair, and Marshal for Audiology. And Dr. Tamara Rowling, Assistant Professor, Director, and Marshal for Physical Therapy. Now would the faculty please stand and be recognized. Thank you. I would also like to recognize friends and family in the audience this morning who have supported all the graduates on their journey. Please give them and give yourselves a big round of applause. At this time, I would like to introduce Dr. Lisette Dottavio, member of the ATSU Board of Trustees. Dr. Dottavio.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to all on behalf of the Board of Trustees at A.T. Still University. Established in 1892, Dr. A.T. Still, the university began as the nation's first college of osteopathic medicine. Since then, ATSU has grown from a single-discipline school on one campus in Kirksville, Missouri, to a multidisciplinary university on two campuses in Missouri and in Mesa, Arizona, as well as online. ATSU students, faculty, and staff are part of a distinguished heritage of the humanities healthcare based on an integrated, holistic approach. This approach begins with the belief in the interaction of the body, mind, and spirit, and continues with an understanding of how these dimensions may be treated as one. I congratulate each and every graduate. I wish you great success and joy in your chosen careers. I hope you will carry with you the many skills and lessons that you have learned from your time at ATSU. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. DeTavio. At this time, I'd like to invite Dr. Norman Givitz, Senior Vice President for Academic Affairs, to the podium. Dr. Givitz.
Today, we celebrate the graduates of the 5 online programs of the ATSU Arizona School of Health Sciences. Our Transitional Doctor of Physical Therapy, the Advanced Physician Assistant Master Degree, the Transitional Doctor of Audiology, the Doctor of Occupational Therapy, and the Advanced Master of Occupational Therapy. For years, you have virtually interacted with your faculty and each other, and now, here together, you are virtually about to receive your hard-earned degrees. Although you will graduate from 4 different programs with 5 different degree designations and titles, you share a great deal in common. Before you matriculated at ATSU, you were already seasoned professionals. You served your communities as practitioners and administrators. You were already accomplished. All of you saw the importance of returning to school to acquire greater and wider knowledge, practical skills, as well as obtained a recognized credential to signify your enhanced education. You enrolled in the ATSU Arizona School of Health Sciences because we could provide you with excellent faculty members committed to your success, delivering curricula designed to serve your needs. You are all pioneers in online education, experiencing the joy of going at your own pace and hopefully learning the art of patience during Blackboard or other service outages. Each of the 5 curricula is different, of course, although all share important commonalities. All of our programs seek to produce leaders. To do so, we have offered you courses, modules, and materials on evidence-based practice, health science ethics, research methods, practice management, and communication. The degree that each of you will receive today is not simply a credential, but a testament of your proficiency in mastering subjects that can allow you to employ your advanced skills and expertise to better care for those you served. ATSU is a mission-oriented health sciences university. We are committed to reducing health disparities. We are committed to working to ensure that all people have access to health services. Many of our graduates work with the underserved, most notably in community health centers. We are dedicated to producing highly qualified, committed individuals who wish to make life better for many. Whether you are an audiologist helping children and the elderly to hear better, a physical therapist working to improve postural control of patients with neurological disease, an occupational therapist assisting stroke victims regain their ability to carry out activities of daily living, a physician assistant who can provide a wide range of primary or specialty care services, all of you have the tools and the capacity to make a profound difference in the lives of your patients. Your faculty and administration wish you the best, and we are most desirous to hear from all of you in the years ahead of your numerous and varied accomplishments. Congratulations.
It's now my honor to present our candidate for an honorary degree and your commencement speaker today. A Doctorate of Humane Letters is an honorary degree conferred by the university to those who have distinguished themselves in fields such as science, religion, literature, or government, and in particular, health professions education. Our candidate today very much fits that criterion. Recently promoted as the first woman Brigadier General in the Arizona National Guard, Dr. Carrie L. Muhlenbeck, a native of Saginaw, Michigan, is the director of the Joint Staff, Joint Forces Headquarters, Arizona National Guard. She manages and directs the administration, coordination, planning, development, and execution of joint staff programs to prepare the state for contingency operations in state or federal emergencies. General Muhlenbeck received her commission by direct appointment in 1993. She remained on active duty for 4 years, where she served as an assistant staff judge advocate at Davis-Monthan Air Force Base until her separation in 1997. General Muhlenbeck then joined the Arizona Air National Guard in 1997 and served as both a wing level and headquarters staff judge advocate. In addition, she held various national level judge advocate billets, to include director of the Contemporary Base Issues course, State Headquarters Liaison to the Judge Advocate General's Air National Guard Council, and Air National Guard Assistant to the Command Staff Judge Advocate. In her civilian career, Dr. Muhlenbeck is a professor at Mesa Community College and an adjunct faculty member at Arizona State University. As a teacher, she works with a diverse cross-section of students that keep her people and management skills uniquely honed for service as both a military and civilian leader. General Muhlenbeck received her Bachelor of Science in Social Policy from Northwestern University in 1989, her Juris Doctorate from Indiana University School of Law in 1992, and her Master's of Law from the University of San Diego in 1997. And she received her PhD in Justice Studies from Arizona State University in 2010. On the military side, she graduated from the United States Air Force Squadron Officer School, Air Command and Staff College, and the Air War College. Her major military awards and decorations are noted in today's commencement program. Doris Marie Provine, Professor Emerita of Justice and Social Inquiry at Arizona State University, said this about our commencement speaker. She couples amazing energy and faith in the human capacity for goodness in all she does. She will pave the way for women who seek to follow in her footsteps with a powerful mix of good humor, a slightly wicked wit, and hard, honorable work in the best military tradition. Dr. Phelps and General Muhlenbeck, please join me at the podium. Dr. Phelps, it is with great pleasure that I present to you the Arizona School of Health Sciences candidate for honorary degree, Doctor of Humane Letters, Dr. Carrie Muhlenbeck.
The highest degree A.T. Still University of Health Sciences may confer is an honorary doctoral degree in recognition of superior commitment to osteopathic principles and for service to healthcare, medical education, scientific research, community service, and leadership in political or educational administration. Dr. Muhlenbeck, upon the recommendation of the faculty, dean, the Office of Academic Affairs, and by the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees, I hereby confer upon you the degree, Doctor of Humane Letters, with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto. Congratulations.
Well, good morning. Thank you for having me. I think the only way to start this off is really 2 words: well done. I know I'm surrounded by a talented group of individuals, both receiving their doctorates and their master's degrees. I was also told that the average age for the online program was 44. Yeah, that's... So I'm hoping some of the things that I will say will ring true. I don't know if they'll ring true to you, maybe your children, maybe they're a second chance for you to do things over. But what I wanted to do is encourage you just for a second, only because selfishly this is what I like to do before I start, is just take a deep breath and really relish in what you've accomplished here. There's a lot of hard work, so your shoulders should become a little bit lighter, but you've really accomplished some amazing things here during your journey. They did not have online universities when I went to school, and truth be told, I teach some online classes, and I don't think I would have survived as an online student. I think it's far more difficult than being a student in a traditional classroom. So I'm very impressed with all of you here today. I also want you to ponder this. Education is something special. A friend of mine lost her father last year, and I remember him saying to all of us, education is one thing that nobody can take from you. Boyfriends and girlfriends will come and go, jobs will come and go, money will come and go, but not your education. That's different. That's yours forever. So hold on to that. I went through and I looked at the score of commencement speakers that hit the field in 2015. Michael McConaughey, the actor, he was over at University of Houston. Tim Cook, the Apple CEO, made it to George Washington University. Our president made it to another university, and honestly, I have to read it because I've never heard of it before. Lake Area Technical Institute in South Dakota. Now, not to be outdone, Michelle Obama made it to 2 commencements, both Tuskegee and Oberlin, and even Judge Judy, personal favorite of mine, made it to Shiprock High School in New Mexico. And so as I sat there, I thought, man, what did AT Still do to deserve me? Most of you probably never heard of me, and I think if you have, you're probably still wondering exactly how you pronounce my last name. Last year I spoke at AT Still, the commissioning ceremony that they did for some of the military students, and there was an interesting dynamic there. I came and I spoke, and my speech didn't have to get pre-approved at that ceremony. So I was a little surprised when they said, well, Carrie, do you mind sending the president's office your speech so we can pre-approve it? And I didn't know what that meant. Had I done something bad? Is this just standard procedure? And of course, Melissa confirmed to me that, oh no, this is what they do. So I did really what every free-thinking college instructor does. I turned in my speech the beginning of the week, and then last night I promptly rewrote it. So I'd like to think of myself as one of the more ordinary folks that you'll meet. I have more degrees than I'll use. I have more gratitude than I could ever imagine. And as I look forward, I really believe I have more in common with you than you know, especially now that the average age is 44. I have to admit, though, I remember what it was like to be a graduate. I've done that a lot of times, and then I've sat through several commencement ceremonies for the past 10 years over at Mesa Community College, so I always know when the commencement speaker takes the stand, there's this unsettling in your stomach, oh no, how long are we going to be held captive here? So I wanted to do something different, and so I turned to my friend, the Google, and I Googled, top 10 best commencement speeches. And I figured, if Conan O'Brien can get his material online, certainly I can too. And the person that kept coming up all the time when you would Google best commencement speech was one of the authors, David Foster Wallace. I don't know if anybody's heard of him. I believe his story is going to make it to the golden screen sometime in the next 6 months. So take a look at it. Talented individual. And he basically said, every good commencement speech needs a standard parable. And in one of his speeches, he told the story of 2 fish. And it was something like this. These 2 young fish were swimming along through the water. The old fish comes swimming towards them, and he looks at the 2 young fish and says, hey boys, how's the water? And the young fish listened to what he said, and they kept swimming on, and 5-10 seconds later, the one young fish looks at the other fish and says, what the hell's water? So I have to confess that much like the author that actually wrote that parable, I'm not going to be the old fish and try to teach young fish the meaning of water. It's a little too esoteric for me, and remember I went to law school. So that's not my lane. What I thought I would do is let you know how I've changed. I was dyed-in-the-wool attorney for a long time, and I think when I made my transition in education, it was the best thing that happened to me. I was comfortable as an attorney with ambiguity. I'm getting away from that. I've tried to rebel against some of those words, like it seems to be, it appears to be, or that's reasonable. And I've tried, as I get older, to take what I like to call, sort of in honor of Robert Fulgram's book, I take a kindergarten approach as I go through in my interactions with people at all levels, because I figure everybody went to kindergarten. This shouldn't be that difficult. So I try to stay simple, right? Like simple, 3 colors, red, blue, yellow. And I try to be direct. Don't put the crayons up your nose, right? So simple and direct. Now, truth in lending, though, you can't take some of the lawyer out of Carrie. I still have this affinity for Latin. Have you heard of the expression quid pro quo? Something for something. So selfishly, I have to tell you, while I am giving you something I hope today, I feel like I'm taking more away from my experiences when I come and do speeches like this. It's really free therapy for me. It's a chance for me to get up on stage and to really dig through some of my issues that I've gone through. And maybe public therapy isn't altogether good. We'll see how this goes. But it's a chance for me to show you that really I've done some things wrong. And that's what's made me better in the end. So last week I went through and I asked some friends, hey, does anybody remember their commencement speaker? I think one person said yes. So I thought, well, did you remember what they said? Nobody said yes. So the bar is not set very high for you all, okay? It's not set high. And so in the spirit of simple, what I'm going to do is I can count to 5 because I have 5 fingers on one hand. So I'm going to try to throw 5 points at you. And I don't think what I throw at you is really particular to you as graduates of AT Still. I really think they're particular to you as human beings or individuals. And so I'm hoping more than just the first, is it 10 rows? Because honestly, with the lights, I can't tell. I hope everybody out there could take something away from this. Heated or not, you are free to absolutely ignore it, but you have to at least think for about the next 5-10 minutes or so. So we'll call this my 5 for Friday. I didn't schedule the speech on Friday. If it would have been Tuesday, we could have done 2 for Tuesday, but you're stuck. So simple, my 5s are, we're gonna talk about parents, we'll talk about humility, presence, losers, and dessert. Okay, that's what we're gonna talk about. Let's talk about parents. My words to you are, get to know them. And as you get to know them, demand that they tell you stories, because I'm convinced that storytelling is a lost art. And while you're at it, be nice to your siblings, right? They know your past. They love you anyway. Maybe they love you because of your past. But those are simple. Just get to know your parents. You never know when they're going to be gone, and sometimes it's far too soon. Parents. What about number 2, humility? What do I mean by humility? The simplest way for me to put it is, whatever you do, don't congratulate yourself too much. Because I'm convinced that the more important we think we are, the less relevant we really are. I was talking to my sister, I think it was about a year ago. It was right after I got promoted. And there's nothing like a sister to pull you down a peg. You think you're important, right? You think you have a star on your shoulders. Not with a sister. So I was talking to her on FaceTime. And I was telling her how my mother had found a book in our basement in Michigan, and it had this great inscription, for Carrie, keep reading, love mom, 1973. And my sister said, whoa, 1973. I said, I know, but it's okay, I can't take it back. And I heard this little voice come from the background in the kitchen, and it was my niece, and she said, whoa, Aunt Carrie, 1973? Is that when the Civil War was? So I'm convinced that the path to humility is always far better when you've got a 7-year-old walking it with you. Parents, humility. Let's talk about presence, not the gift that I'm going to give you, right? Talk about presence. How many of you have your cell phones with you today? No one? Yeah. I know more than you, because I almost brought mine out here to prove a point. I have it. And I think, I'm not going to tell you to unplug. That's not something I believe in. You don't have to unplug, and frankly, it's an online commencement ceremony. I can't do that. But so I'm not going to tell you that, because I don't think that's realistic. And plus, if we unplug, I mean, honestly, if you were me and you unplugged for 24 hours and went out into the woods, trust me, if you're like me, you wouldn't find your way home. So don't unplug, but just think about using some of these electronic leashes a little differently. Use them independently. See if you can do it so they're not overlapping with other things that are important, other people that are important, right? Take time to just listen, to just converse, to just engage. See if you can develop relationships in more than 140 characters, because I don't think you can really be invested in life unless you invest in one thing. Take the time to do that. That multitasking, it may seem that we're productive, but I don't know. I think the studies are out on that. And you all know, you've seen the video, right, about the multitasking woman who decided she would text and walk at the same time in the shopping mall. She ended up in the water fountain, right? So be careful, right? Just be careful about how you use technology and see if you can give yourself a break from multitasking. So we've got parents, we've got humility, we've got presence. Let's talk about losers. Normally I do this. How many of you out there were losers? But I won't do that. I'm going to ask you one thing though. Think about loss, think about losing, and take some comfort in being a loser, because I'm going to confess some things to you. And this is the therapy part, right? Carrie was a loser when I was growing up. I lost a lot. You know, my mom refused to sell my M&Ms for me, so I could not win the candy drive at school. She didn't help me. She refused to do it. I played really hard in all the track events. Never got a participation trophy. I was on a lot of sports teams. Sometimes the score was Carrie's team 0, the other team 16. And back then they had a mercy rule. Great, we just got mercied, right? Add that to the 12-year-old self-esteem, right? So I was a loser at different things. And frankly, it's all okay, right? AT still asked me to come and talk to you. And I feel more special today up here on my own at the Soul podium than I bet all the Republicans felt like last night, right? So let me confess some more. Embrace the failure. That's what I've tried to do. I think you shouldn't really hope for it, but I think you should acknowledge the possibility. You're not too old to try new things. You're not too old to fail. If you're failing, it means you're pushing yourself beyond your comfort zone. You know, at least one time in your life, you either will be or you have been, and watch all the nods up here behind me. Flat broke, heartbroken, passed over for promotion. You've probably bombed a job interview, right? You probably paid too much for Starbucks, right? Or you struck out when you had the tying run at third base. And you know what? Okay. Because I think it's really, when you look at your failures and when you are a loser, the losers have better stories. And I'm telling you this. If you don't lose, your stories aren't going to be that good. They just aren't. My losses show me at the worst point in my life, and honestly, that's okay, because I'm convinced that successful individuals take those losing stories and they add the best punchline at the end. And it's that punchline that laughs them in to their next success. So don't forget loss. It's all part of where you've been. Let's talk about desserts. And no, I'm not going to give you that colloquial thing, eat dessert first. Now, hot fudge sundae is not coming out of my mouth in this next section. I want to talk about a different type of dessert. It's what I will call that phenomenon of entitlement mentality. Has anybody heard of this? This entitled to mentality, what we think we deserve, and really the truth is, and here comes my direct point, right? No crayons up your nose. You don't deserve anything in this world. You all earn it. And look at you sitting right here. I mean, look what you've earned. Nobody gave you the degree. When my students ask me, oh, thanks for giving me that A, I didn't give it to you. I'd just as soon give you a D if you earn that too. I give you the grade that you earn, right? So as you leave from here, I think it's human nature to take your accomplishment, but then to fall back into that entitlement mentality. I know I do it. You know, I raised my kids, therefore I'm entitled to them taking care of me when I'm old. I got promoted to general. I deserve a bigger office, right? I have 5 degrees. I deserve a high-paying job. Have you heard people say those things? Try not to use the word deserve. Talk about what you earned, and don't rest on just this accomplishment. Keep going. You don't have to stop right here, and you shouldn't. The reality I think that's out there is the only person that owes you something is you. Just think about this. If there's something out there or some entity out there that's powerful enough to give you everything you deserve, then aren't they powerful enough to take it away from you too? But when you earn it and you hold it, it's yours forever, and you've earned that. Don't confuse privileges with rights, and I don't want to do that either. I'm a big fan of legal documents, so that Declaration of Independence is sitting in my background here where we talk about the right to pursue happiness. It actually says that, pursue happiness, right? It doesn't say you're entitled to be happy. Here comes the direct part. You're not going to be happy every day. I'm sorry. I don't mean to hurt your feelings, but that's the reality, and that's okay, because you will make your own happiness. If you want a primer on happiness and emotions, Pixar movies put out the Inside Out film. Go watch it. It does a great job. It tells you about happiness, sadness, joy, frustration. It all happens at once, nothing in isolation. Takes me to my last parable here today. How many of you have heard of Alfred Nobel? Yeah, good. Okay, a couple folks, good. Then you probably know this parable, and I always think it's worth repeating. We talk about it in my ethics class. Alfred Nobel was the inventor of dynamite, and his brother passed away. And so a French newspaper was putting the obituary in the papers. Instead of writing the obituary for his brother, guess whose obituary they put there? Alfred's. And they said about Alfred Nobel, here passing from us today is the great inventor of dynamite, Alfred Nobel. And he was devastated, not because they said he was dead, but because all they said about him, here's the inventor of dynamite. So what he did was he set out to rewrite his own obituary, and he really funded then and created the Nobel Peace Prize. And so what's the moral of this story? Why do I bring it up? I think the moral is you're in control. If you don't like the way things are going, write your own obituary. Decide how you want to live your life, or decide what you want them to say about you, and then live it backwards. It's easy. There's your Friday Five. Do you remember them? Parents, humility, presence, losers, and dessert. 5 points that I hope you can use as you go forward. I have to tell you the big word of all, congratulations. You should go forth and do fantastic things. One little tidbit. Come back in some fashion, maybe virtually, and visit your professors. Send them a ping. Tell them about something that you've done. I think that brief reunion for them, just like it does for me, will reinforce that this is exactly why they teach. It's nice to know when people go forward and they conquer and they achieve far greater things than we have. That's really important to us. So I wish you all a very sound perspective, simple and direct, and I also wish you way more than luck. So congratulations one more time.
Thank you, General. Well, graduates, are you ready? Okay, good. Well, it is your turn. In presenting the candidates for Master of Science in Occupational Therapy, Dr. Bernadette Minio, Director of Occupational Therapy, will be assisted by Dr. Emily Schultz and Dr. Rachel Diamont. Would the Master of Science in Occupational Therapy class of 2015 please move to the stage?
Corinne Cabanilla. Donna Marie Carter Kraus. Lynn Kaiser Carvel. Dino Paolo Villarama Gerardo. Geraldine Wallace.
Upon the recommendation of the faculty and by the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees in the state of Arizona, I hereby confer on you the degree Master of Science in Occupational Therapy, with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto. Congratulations.
In presenting the candidates for Master of Science in Physician Assistant Studies, Mr. James Burkett, Program Director of Physician Assistant Studies, will be assisted by Mr. Daniel McDermott and Mr. Elliot Charo. Would the Master of Science in Physician Assistant Studies class of 2015 please move to the stage?
Yvette Apodaca. Paula Arriaga. Michael Baldwin. Annette Bettridge. Angela Fisher Weaver. Daniel Philip Flores. Vanessa Jimenez Fuentes. Camille Ann Gordon. Michael Sean Harlan. Serenity Holden. Eve B. Hoover. Rebecca Lynn McCutcheon. Erica Radcliffe Henry. Corey D. Riggs, guest hooded by Dr. Annette Hampton. Ana V. Rodriguez, musterer. Anna Delia Rubalcaba. Darla J. Splawn. Brian William Stark, Jr.
Upon the recommendation of the faculty and by the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees and the State of Arizona, I hereby confer on you the degree Master of Science in Physician Assistant Studies with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto. Congratulations.
All right, in presenting the candidates for Doctor of Audiology, Dr. Tabitha Parent-Buck, Chair of Audiology, will be assisted by Dr. Andrea Rutolo, Dr. Tom Rigo, and Dr. Les Schmeltz. Would the Doctor of Audiology class of 2015 please move to the stage?
Kimberly Larson Bell. Mo Dadafaran. Linda Erickson. Susan Fontana. Lynn Garafalo. Carrie Hornby Daniels. Lauren Hulecki. Clarissa Jones. Kurt Callis. Judith Ann Keith. Winifred Jean Keller. Beverly Joy Liu. Sarah Lombardo. Jennifer Ann McCatchy. Rosa Gutierrez Moore. Lorianne Catherine Owen. Shelley Rachel Ozdemar. Robert Fane Perrin will be guest hooded by Dr. Rhonda Wilmot. Elizabeth Ann Poth. Lori K. Red. Pamela Lynn Reynolds Clockey. Shannon Ricci. Liseho Saeed. Kareem Smith. Casey Stack. Kathleen Kelleher Ward. Rashida Leanne Weaver.
Upon the recommendation of the faculty and by the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees and the State of Arizona, I hereby confer on you the degree Doctor of Audiology with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto. Congratulations.
All right, in presenting the candidates for the Doctor of Occupational Therapy, Dr. Bernadette Minio, Director of Occupational Therapy, will be assisted by Dr. Emily Schultz and Dr. Rachel Diamont. And this is also a special occasion. With the inaugural class, Doctor of Occupational Therapy 2015, please move to the stage.
Tina Casaglas Adamopoulos. Stephen C. Rankin. Amy E. Kennedy.
Upon the recommendation of the faculty and by the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees and the State of Arizona, I hereby confer on you the degree Doctor of Occupational Therapy with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto. Congratulations.
In presenting the candidates for the Doctor of Physical Therapy, Dr. Tammy Rowling, Director of Physical Therapy, will be assisted by Ms. Jennifer Harris, Dr. Jim Ferris, and Dr. Joey Levine. With the Doctor of Physical Therapy class of 2015, please move to the stage.
Marilyn Michelle Adames. Adrian Hernandez Elidio. Yixi Ambai Stevens. Nuruddin Amusat. Victoria Bayoki. Joni Marie Baston. Diana Batch. Angela Bednarek. Katie Booth. Christy Lou Bootsma. Candy Bramling. Julius Ramiscal Bravo. Sophia Marie Brink. Rad Brown. Jennifer Carbone. Heidi Michelle Cortell. Cynthia Cruz. Marie Claire Dollar. George Allen Drysdale. Tamara Lynn Farrell. Amy Carol Ferrari. Jimmy Flythe. Ivory Fox. Jewel Tolentino Garcia. Jacqueline Garrett Allen. Susan Lynn Oten Gerber. Michelle Lynn Gist. Persis Gonzalez. Shayna May Gonzalez. Suzanne Greenwald. Kathy Gunther. Kristen Michelle Hager. Alice Grona Hahn. Beverly Ann Longhouse Hartz. Elizabeth Hike. Melissa Jennifer Shea. Beverly Igartua Sota. Eileen Espinosa Bayangan Incheon. Diane Benjamin James. Ivy Jimenez. Gabriel Julian. Kelly McVeigh King. Robert Paul Krumhansel. Teresa Marie Lugatiman. Dimitri Mashutes. Minette Mangsano. Tony Matthews. Isagani Tolentino Mahia. Susan Revere Mellon. Anne Christine O'Connor. Carol Owens. Grace Sophia Pakianathan. Kim Parker Guerrero, being guest hosted by Dr. Andrew Kinnig. Kimberly Polameni. John Ragudo. Jovito A. Reyes. Rena Grace Riggets. Monica Joanne Sasaki. Hosanna Se Camacho. Barbara Jean Schlecht. Vicky Sapel. Sarah Mayer Pape. Douglas K. Splinka. Britta Nan Smith. Mary Jane C. Jane Ann Talcott. Elham Tehranchi. Carla Marie Tozzolino. Vladimir Villaflor. Jerry Vogelsing. Kevin Walters. Karen Witzel. Michelle Maria Zenda. Michael McLean.
Upon the recommendation of the faculty and by the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees and the State of Arizona, I hereby confer on you the degree Doctor of Physical Therapy with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto. Congratulations.
Since 1892, A.T. Still University has graduated over 27,000 proud alumni. Today, we welcome you to their family. Representing the ASHS Alumni Chapter, I am proud to introduce Cynthia Wheeler, Occupational Therapy Class of 1998 and a member of the ASHS Alumni Association.
Congratulations to you all on your successful completion of your program of study at Arizona School of Health Sciences. On your first day of class, full of anticipation, excitement, and yes, nervousness, did you wonder what today would be like? Or when you were hoping to remember all that information so you could pass that test in your favorite class? Did you think you'd be here? Did you think you'd make it? Well, back in the day before texting, I had no idea what I'd feel like. Well, you did make it. Your accomplishments at Arizona School of Health Science and your graduation today are a testament to your continued dedication to making a positive contribution as a professional healthcare provider across the United States and around the world. As a major center of health profession education, excellence at A.T. Still University has become a standard, not just a goal. You have now become a part of that tradition. In addition, as you have enhanced the degrees of existing Arizona School of Healthcare alumni, your degree will become more valuable as future class uphold the tradition. As you become officially recognized as Arizona Healthcare Science alumni today, I encourage you to become involved with your alumni chapter. Your lifelong connection to the university and to the Arizona School of Health Sciences. Our alumni chapter can keep you connected through the website, events, let you know what's happening, different things that are going on and how to access that. As alumni, you can reach out to others and encourage them to consider careers in the healthcare professions. You're now the person with all the connections. Your alumni connections can assist you in your professional growth and as you navigate that ever-changing healthcare field. I would like to once again congratulate you on your accomplishments and wish you a productive and successful professional career. Now, please stand for the formal induction into the alumni chapter. As a member of the Arizona School of Health Science Alumni Chapter, and by the authority vested in me by A.T. Still University Alumni Association, it is my pleasure and privilege to formally induct you individually and as a graduating class into the membership of Arizona School of Health Sciences Alumni Chapter. Welcome to your alumni chapter and congratulations on behalf of A.T. Still University alumni family. Let's have another round of applause for the new alumni.
Let me take a moment here to honor another group of individuals. Students graduating from A.T. Still University who serve or have served or will be serving after graduation in the U.S. Armed Forces are wearing a red, white, and blue honor cord today in recognition of their service to our country. Would the graduates and stage members who are wearing these honor cords please stand and thank them for their service. If there's anyone in the audience today who is serving or has served in our uniformed services, please stand. Thank you. So here we are again. Commencement is nearly over. Every year it is thus, and in no year is it less thrilling. Yet this is a special year. We are celebrating the 20th anniversary of the Arizona School of Health Sciences. As noted on the 20th anniversary banner on your left over here, thank you, Dr. Phelps. We grew from 4 professional programs in 1995 to 14 entry-level and post-professional programs in 2015. We grew from 122 students to almost 1,000 students now. We started with 19 faculty and now have faculty and staff over 70. Since 1995, we are proud to have graduated close to 8,000 alumni. Well, let me be exact, 7,950. So you put us over the 8,000 mark today. So congratulations to the class of 2015 for joining them. Our hearts are bursting with joy for your accomplishments, which we also share in some significant measure. You are ours, and we are yours, as the threads of scholarship, hard work, and achievement bind us together. We expect you to be the beacons that the world needs today as much as ever. You are committed, compassionate, and well-prepared audiologists, physician assistants, physical therapists, and occupational therapists. You are equipped to understand and engage appropriately the changing demographics in our healthcare system and the health needs of the citizens of this fine country. Colleagues, we cannot stand on the sidelines or be concerned only with personal advancement. Our ATSU graduating class knows that we have purposefully prepared each of you to continue being courageous leaders, thoughtful collaborators, passionate clinicians and therapists committing to transforming others. We are a special breed of healthcare professionals. Thank you for choosing A.T. Still University, and in particular the Arizona School of Health Sciences, to underpin your life's journey. Thank you for respecting and embracing what we offered you, and thank you for making us so proud. Stay with us into the future. May you become all that you have dreamt you can be, and be assured in return that we will travel beside you and will welcome you back on many and varied returns. I also hope you take advantage of these challenging times to strengthen your moral compass by directing your energies and talents to doing good, not just doing well, that you will continue and combine the knowledge and skills you've gained here at A.T. Still with the courage of your convictions to be great, to speak for those in need or underserved, to advance science in the service of humanity, and to make sure you hand the next generation an even more innovative, responsive, curative, and preventive healthcare system than the one that was handed to you. But all of that is about tomorrow. Today is about you, your joy, your pride, your achievements, and your well-deserved celebration. I offer you all my best wishes for your success and happiness. Together we enter into another notable page in the history of the Arizona School of Health Sciences. Congratulations, class of 2015, and good luck. Sincere and hearty thanks also, as always, to all in our community for your contributions to our graduating class's success. Good luck and Godspeed. Thank you so much. At this time, it's my honor to invite to the podium the president of A.T. Still University, Dr. Craig Phelps.
I want to thank again Mackenzie Mortensen early on for that wonderful national anthem this morning. Dr. Wheeler, thank you for those wonderful words. Dr. DeTavio, thank you for your words from our Board of Trustees. Dr. Muhlenbeck, thank you for those 5 important things to remember and for your words. And to our wonderful faculty staff who are here early in the morning to make sure everything goes well, and thanks to the Phoenix Convention Center folks for making sure that we have a great place to come today. But graduates, congratulations. Today is one of the most important days of your personal and professional lives. When you've got your original degree, you felt the world was yours to conquer. It still is. In several minutes, when you walk through those doors, for the rest of your life, you will continue to wear the mantle of a healer. Expectations, knowledge, new responsibilities follow today. More importantly, those sitting before you next to you and behind you will support and continue to support you throughout the rest of your career as you dedicate yourself to the most noble of all callings. You have what our nation needs. In fact, you have what our world needs. As our founder, Dr. A.T. Still, emphasized in his work, finding disease is fairly simple, but helping other patients find health, that is our true mission. No one is better prepared than you. No one can do it better than you. Opportunities you have yet to dream of await you to seize and realize. Our future is in your hands. Until we meet again, congratulations and Godspeed.